This'll keep him back.
This shit went to hell in a flash.
You have an incoming heavy.
Entry team ready to engage.
Shields on the way.
Entry team ready to engage.
Better than nothing. Everybody down! Reloading down!
Watch for the heavy.
Back everything you see. We gotta get off the field, baby. After a few of these, you're gonna love chaos. You're gonna fucking
had to go, but it was quiet.
Already? She's wide open.
A dirtbag had to go, but it was quiet. Stay standing and you'll get shot!
On the goddamn ground. Make it easy on yourself. Everybody down, or get dead.
Kindly get on the ground! More you struggle, tighter they get!
Down or I'll put you down.
Chill out or I'm gonna go hard on you! Stay close to me. Who said you could stand up? More you struggle, tighter they get! Make out with the floor! Always wanted to be tied up, huh?
Yellow notes are there now. Need to move quickly, take the bridge.
India, for example, is currently the world leader in sulfur dioxide emissions, and it has the acid rain to prove it. The government has pushed for industrial operations to install those sulfur scrubbers on their power plants with an initial deadline of 2017, but that's now been pushed back to 2026 at the earliest. Meanwhile, there have been reports of acid rain as a rising issue in places like Rio de Janeiro in Brazil and parts of West Africa. But just because a country has had some success in the fight against acid rain, it doesn't mean that it's going to. For example, that paper that noted a lower percentage of China was experiencing acid rain also warned that nitrogen oxide emissions appear to be on the rise. The authors say it's due to factors like increased energy consumption and more cars on the road. And if regulations get rolled back in the US and Europe, we could very easily see widespread acid rain return there. The bottom line is that the reason we don't hear much about acid rain anymore is that we use science to do something about it. But those victories can be temporary. Unless we want to return to news reports of rain corroding our buildings and poisoning our waterways, we need to continue to limit the things that cause this menace. And really, who wants to go back to being
Yo, I got it. What's that motherfucking name?
We must adjust the timetable. It seems alarms are imminent.
All right, here goes fucking nothing.
Still nothing? Keep it moving.
Alrighty, she's wide open.
You should have refrained from eliminating that guard. That was an aggressive dismissal of our advantage.
Yo, this ain't your money. So you can try me, or you can sit the fuck down.
You're asking for it.
We must adjust the timetable. It seems alarms are imminent.
Be still, Shaky. Follow. Be still, Shaky. Who told you you could stand?
Maybe this computer. And then match the name. Cross your fingers. Come on, fucker. Open this door. There it is. Upstairs. The fucking mother load.
Take this off.
Alrighty. She's wide open.
Yo, half in the bag. This shit is off the freaking chain.
All right, go to the elevator. Get out of there. Well, that will certainly bring unwelcome notice. Swipe that key card to call the elevator.
Last stretch. Finish. One. Got two. Got three.
Half the bags are loaded in.
4, 5, 6. Got 7. That's it.
Eyes wide open. Let's go. Let's get it.
Go time.
Set up the zip line and get on out of there.
I got this.
We must adjust the timetable. It seems alarms are imminent. Terminating that guard was a mistake. Unbelievable.
God damn it, you're dumb.
Zip line up. Taking this bag.
Hook those bags to the zip line.
Taking this bag.
That fucker's pretty fast.
Whoa!
Okay. Cool.
Impeccable execution. You should be proud.
Non-woody vascular plants are called herbaceous plants, or herbs. Without wood for support, they usually don't grow as tall as trees. But banana plants are an exception. Their trunk isn't a trunk, but rather a structure called a pseudostem made of many layers of compacted seed tissue. Beneath all those layers, you find the tree. When the plant reaches its full height, it then sticks out the where the roots grow. The sturdy pseudostem allows banana plants to grow to tree-like proportions. White black wood. The plant makes to grow as tall as 30 meters. Pretty impressive. But it's just a few inches. The inches really takes the cake. Its pseudostem can be 2 meters wide at the base and 6 meters makes it as tall as 3 giraffes stacked on one another. And that pseudostem isn't just tall. It's also strong enough to hold up bunches of fruit estimated to weigh as much as 16 kilograms. After fruiting is done with, these banana plants do another thing that isn't very tree-like. They fall apart. See, wood not only protects plants, it also allows them to stand tall year after year. Herbs die back once they're done with their reproductive cycle. So in banana plants, that whole big structure dies. But the plant isn't gone for good. Small shoots called suckers remain and get ready to grow into the next pseudostem. In fact, farmers separate these and replant them to make more banana plants. So while there are animals today, notably the blue whale, the largest creature ever to inhabit the Earth, that are bigger than dinosaurs, but no creature that currently
Still hear me? Good.
were close.
Okay. First things first. Get out of the basement. Next step. Control room. Use the king's hand to override the security.
We have a problem. They have noticed the guard is missing.
Keycard from the guard captain will get you in. Or you can just blow it the fuck up. Next step. Control room. Use the king's hand to override the security. Sounds like it's going smoothly. Very nice.
The missing guard has been noticed.
Around 30 million years ago, a kind of giant rhino-crab being knocked out at 5 years tall.
It stinks. You know, I bet we could actually sell it.
Juice is off.
Get the cages open!
Saw the fuckers open.
See the wires? See what I mean?
The buzzsaw has completed its cutting.
Copy. Want to check it out.
What I live? Back that shit up. They gotta have this shit written down somewhere. Look around.
The buzzsaw's task is complete.
What was that?
They have noticed the missing guard. The buzzsaw has completed its task.
Cage, open!
I need everyone here now.
This gonna make us quick as fuck. Cage, open!
The buzzsaw has completed its task.
Cage, open!
You should have refrained from eliminating that guard.
That's one.
Cage, open!
Requesting backup.
Unsurprisingly, the new, possibly biggest ever release is unbelievably one that plans to seize around 39 million years. Paleontologists unearthed the first skeleton of
The buzzsaw has completed its cutting.
Cage, open! That motherfucker look full!
That one's good. Wait for the next one. That's one.
Yo, get that motherfucking gold up here now!
You can see it for the info. It's 1:30. What time is it?
Be careful with it. It belongs to a king. It belongs to me. All right? That's everyone. Fortress is yours for now. To a man of power and conviction. To someone who can't be killed. Took out the cam. His body rots, but his fucking spirit will outlive us all. The fuck you talking about?
Yo, it's done. Truck's full.
Good fucking shit. Huh? Still no alarm. I figured you'd fuck it up by now. Well, I'm surprised. You got some skills. All of you in the tunnel. Move it, move it. Now, you know, you kind of remind me of him. Hijo de puta. You're actually doing it.
You don't be on the internet too, but be on the internet all day. Make statuses all day. Go ahead, yeah, leave your family, leave your baby home. Hurry up, let's go. If you want to leave his family,
Well, Coffrey. That's stress. That's Pearl. Little big boy on the giant. That's I don't know how he got it. That's so goddamn Tom Brady kryptonite. That let me get he ain't win nothing but rub freeway. Hey, that's motherfucker. Yeah, slap the shit out the coach. Slap the shit out the coach. Put me in the game, coach. That's a Patrick Ewing fucking knees. Patrick Ewing knees. Put that in there. He was a hell of a center. Top 5 New York athlete all time. Well, Coffrey. That's dressed up. The Earl of Pearl. Little big boy on the Giants. We winning the championship. Eli Manning. That I don't know how he got it.
Although there was no footage of this, based on people that I've spoken to close to the situation, Diddy really did punch Drake in the face. Oh, I got that call 4 o'clock in the morning. Right.
Diddy tried to play it off later, went on air saying he didn't put hands on Drake like the world didn't already know.
Like, what made you put hands on Drake? I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake. But according to
Still hear me?
media outlets and
Good.
eyewitnesses, he did.
Okay, you're in the basement.
Said Diddy couldn't
First
recognize
things
the
first.
serve
Get out of the
The
basement.
whole thing was supposedly over that 0 to 100.
Next
Diddy
step,
thought it was his.
control.
Drake heard it.
Use the
Turned it
king's
into a
hand
hit.
to
That's what
override
started
the security.
And that night in Miami,
You're fine.
it all came to a head.
They have noticed the missing dog.
Keycard from the guard captain will get you in. Or you can just blow it the fuck up.
They are surmising that something has befallen the missing dog.
Next step, control. Use the king's hand to override the security. Sounds like it's going smoothly. Very nice.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So if you, like, you know,
It stinks. this.
The thing
You know,
the lies are-
I bet we could actually sell it.
about that because you can't hear it.
Look for a way to disable security measures. Electricity, sentry guns, whatever.
Behind the scenes.
Don't get caught with your thumb miles down.
2015, Diddy
Juice
went on
is
the
off.
Breakfast Club, claiming it
Get
was
the
all
cages
love,
open.
no beef, but at the
Yes,
same
copy.
time, he allegedly
Extract
had a
the
bad
gold from the
trick that
cages.
word across LA.
The buzzsaw
that
has
if
completed
that
its cutting.
Anyone who caught Drake out there was a reward, a quiet one, but real. That's why
There it is.
City started making money.
Buena mierda.
Bag it
Although
down,
there's good
rats.
footage of this based on
Former middle school
What I
music
live.
teacher
Back that
is
shit up.
charged with physically threatening
You
the
go through the maintenance room. It'll get you to the drugs. It ain't easy, but it's quiet.
Don't tell you this.
Join me.
Fucking cheated.
The cage has opened.
I barely know
You should have refrained from eliminating that guard.
So, Google's new AI cooked. Okay? Google VO3 confirmed yet.
Data one.
So, what I am presenting to society, everybody who's watching,
The buzzsaw has completed its task.
put together and
Let's hope that camera was worth it.
not everything you see on the
Cage
internet,
open.
okay? It's gonna be hard for a lot of people to tell the difference between reality and AI. We already can't tell the difference between what's real and fake. There's a video of an old lady on Instagram watching GTA footage. GTA footage. A video of a guy running around.
I worked at Taco Bell when I was 13 years old, but I just never really can't keep no job for real. Cause the money, I just be trying to get fast money, and then once you get fast money, you don't want it no other way. I be trying to find different ways to make quick money.
We have a problem. They have noticed the guard is missing.
Sports, like that. I mean, it ain't nothing. I worked at Taco Bell when I was 13 years old.
Buzzsaw has finished.
I was rapping before I went to prison.
Follow me.
I wasn't really taking it seriously, but
I have this
everybody
one.
was.
Cage open.
If I'm doing good numbers on my streams, I could make millions of dollars. I worked.
I'm excited for this one.
Oh yes, I love it. It's the biggest sale of the year.
Here's a list of 5 things. Nobody hates the live action bitch quite as much as the people who made the live action. That's the only explanation I can think of for this absolute train wreck of a press run this movie has had. Every interview I've seen about this movie has been more damaging to the movie's reputation than the previous. Hey guys, you know this was live during the interview, right?
The buzzsaw has completed its task.
You can give a bullshit answer. Where were you? What were you doing August 14th?
Cage open.
I was adapting Leo shit. I swear. I told them we shouldn't do it, but they made it.
We need everyone down here. Now. Just keep moving, folks. Just again.
That's a good idea. Tell people that Disney
Me will lead the way. Stay behind me.
We have a situation. Reinforcements.
Tell me what to do. I think.
One bag.
Cage open.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Tell people
I have it. I have this one. Got it. Got one. Received.
There's a newbie out. It's a Will Carnaby.
The male is a
Just keep
monster,
moving, punks.
and you can see
Just
the
get it.
female's half its size.
He'll chase anything that comes into this.
That motherfucker look full.
That one's good.
Like
Wait for the next one.
I'm in trouble with one of these guys.
Still be left up top.
He's got some really
Cage
quite
open.
looking spikes, which can inflict serious damage to his enemies.
He's a bit like a lion,
One.
in the sense that he mates with the females whenever he can.
That
attacks
one.
them if it moves in his territory, and in particular,
Anyone in here?
Me have discover.
those species.
Be careful with it. It belongs to a king. It belongs to me. Alright? To a man of power and conviction. One bag.
The intellect
hear me.
28 years later, try imagining how a world...
His body rots, but his fucking spirit will outlive us all. What the fuck you talking about?
They are surmising that something has befallen the missing guard.
Anybody get a regular Joe and job with people with you? At a time when we could have had units and everybody came to marquee artists. Not the new artists, the marquee artists. Did not want to work. Check this out, listen up. Could not have had units at that point. You don't really want to stay with it.
One full pool. Good fucking shit!
Someone please bring us past the great father. Where's the caviar?
Like, you know, tell us exactly, man, what you see in that basement. You know what it is. No, I thought it blame me.
Still no alarm. I figured you'd fuck it up by now. Well, I'm surprised. You got some skills.
We have a problem. They have noticed the guard is missing.
Netflix's new 9/11 documentary, I won't say who it's about, but you know who it's about. The most interesting part to me was this girl that went to USC, okay? She led her sorority at USC, and she goes, yeah, I was leading my sorority, and the CIA noticed how good I am at being organized, and next thing I knew, I was bombing Afghans. Thank you, Netflix. I really needed this intel. It was like, what would I have done without this documentary? Netflix.
A lot of people don't realize this. From here to the moon is 208,000 miles up. You think about that.
All of you in the tunnel, move it, move it. Now, you know, you kind of remind me of him. Hijo de puta. You're actually doing it.
One day must play on this week's great new games list. I gotta go with
Carefully.
I will get it today.
Hi, I'm Jalen, and I'm 30. And so why did you end up popping your balloon? I'm copping out. It's because you're short. And I don't like men that argue with women. All that going back and forth is crazy.
Just keep moving, punks. Just get it.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice, good catch. But then again, she's a girl's girl. You're a follower. You're a follower, man. You aren't about what I'm telling the next woman. You're a follower. It's really not about being a...
Maptopia was a highly criticized work that was trying to figure out what would happen if we had unlimited resources, but limited space. It was supposed to describe what would happen if human populations got too large. The results mimic a lot of what we see in today's society, and it is very disturbing. Between the 50s and 70s, Calhoun worked on these giant terrariums. The mice would have unlimited access to food, and the populations could grow as large as they wanted, but they always had the same result. The population would always collapse, but some really bizarre behaviors came in along with them. At first, the populations would grow exponentially until they were overcrowded. But they didn't just fight each other. No, they developed factions. Some mice would take over an extraordinary amount of space, and they wouldn't actually reproduce. They called these the pretty ones or the beautiful ones. They would spend all of their time grooming, while the rest of them just fought it out on the central floor. At that point, the mice would become very stressed, and they would forget how to become mice, how to be parents. It was described that some mice would just leave their offspring wherever. They would end up injuring themselves. They would end up injuring each other. Young mice didn't actually fit in with the higher structures of the adults, so they would battle it out. They believed at this time that they were fighting for some kind of hierarchy. They called these maladaptive behaviors behavioral sinks. And it's been hypothesized to match what happens when human society ends up in a situation where there is no upward mobility. Psychologically speaking, we get to a point in society where all of the roles to play are filled, and people feel disenfranchised. There's no social ladder to climb any longer. At the end of the experiment, the populations would always decline to extinction, no matter how many times they ran it, no matter how many times they...
I'm trying very hard not to completely lose my shit on all three of you right now, but you're not making it easy.
You just got the $120 core fit you've been seeing all over your feed for $40.
Oh, You're not gonna believe it. I just won the lottery. Oh my God, how much? $1 billion. Here, come look at this. Oh, Jesus. I can't see. What? I can't feel my legs. You gotta help me, man. Hello, are you there? Hey, you gotta help me. Hey, what are you doing? What's that? You need to just take my ticket, right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to me. You need to just take my ticket, right? I trust you. You're my best friend. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to me. You wouldn't do that. I'm John Nunez. From What Would You Do? Oh, you're not gonna believe it. I just won the lottery. Oh my God, how much? $1 billion.
Now, I'm not hating, but if I give this white guy a black eye, is that segregation?
Let's talk about the man who lived amongst xenomorphs. When Dr. Church was a young man, he and his family were all kidnapped by a pack of xenomorphs on another planet and taken to the xenomorph's nest. It's there that he experienced literal hell on Earth. What he wanted to do was just die, go outside and die. He went outside, went back to his ship, which was surprisingly still full of hell. Dr. Church realized that there was a black mold substance that could actually kill the xenomorphs. It was literally growing inside of the hive, and he used that black mold substance over the course of days and slowly put it in the.
And if you build a car in the United States, and one thing that I just spoke with,
let's inject some heroin together. Ready? The
Smartphones are going to go away, and the internet, as we know it, including social media and how we use it, will also, over time, disappear. And I'm going to give you some really strong pieces of evidence for what's happening. First, you could see in Google's announcement yesterday about AI agents shopping and doing things and searching on our behalves. So over time, we are going to do less of the doing on the internet, the clicking, the browsing, the watching, the streaming things for information and whatnot. And our AI agents will start to do that on our behalves, meaning that we will be less present on the internet. So our relationship with it and our need to be there and watch things on it will change. And again, this isn't tomorrow or even next year. I'm talking about the trends over time. That leads directly into, if we no longer need to do as much of the doing, because it's like the clicking, the swiping, the browsing, because our AI agents take care of that, that changes the nature of what I need from my device. Do I need to continuously look at a screen? Or will I just start talking to my agent and it does more? And so we're at the beginning of what's going to come next and replace the smartphone. And you can see glasses coming in pretty clearly because we'll need to view some things sometimes. And I think glasses isn't where it stops. I think that there's going to be another AI first device. But even just recently, OpenAI announced they are acquiring an AI first device company. Our phones have always changed over time.
If you just go study the war in Iraq, how these people who wanted this war for years before 9/11, literally, if you go read this out, Project for a New American Century, which was the think tank of all the neocons, it was like 20 people who were the signatories on it. It was like Dick Cheney and Paul Wolfowitz, Richard Pearl. I think 10 of the 20 went on to have high-level positions in George W. Bush's administration. And they wrote before 9/11 that our whole plan here is to fight multiple wars in the Middle East, and the first stop is overthrowing Saddam Hussein. And in their own words, they wrote, but we probably can't get public support for that short of another Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
And then after 9/11, they went, got it. This is and then like 1 million people got killed in Iraq. Like just that alone. This is like so evil. If you just go study the war in Iraq.
Britney Spears shocked everybody on Thursday when she started drinking and lit up a cigarette on a private jet. Britney was flying from Cabo to...
You don't get out with the lions.
Yeah, it's the job. As I said, we have to show the locals how to do this.
Oh my God.
They don't do this.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
No, this one...
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Hey, stop.
Mate, are you alright there?
Yeah. Hey, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
He says lions don't know about politics. Hey.
Oh
Stop it.
my God.
Stop it. Stop. And this is what you call total control.
Oh my God.
Hey, come on, get away. Come on, get away.
Mate, I can't believe.
Get away. Shut up.
Anyway, go on. Stay. I think she likes that. Gets, I always tell people it's holy water. Gets rid of all the parasites, except the tax man.
So this is Big George.
This is Big George. And most lions in this environment weigh about 250 kilos. George weighs 300.
Oh my God.
Look, this one's scared of spiders. Look. Spiders. Spiders. Good boy. Good boy, George.
Look how amazing he is.
Can you feel that hot, smelly breath? Because normally that's the last thing you feel. Careful.
Oh, wow.
George. He's after the...
Look at his paws.
He's after the fluffy.
He's after my mic. Mate, I've got to say, I cannot believe that all these lions are here and then you're just stood outside.
They don't eat English people because we eat too much curry. We eat more curry than the Indians nowadays.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Jesus, you wouldn't want to mess with him, would you?
No, you wouldn't stand a chance. So every time you get out of the car, it is always dangerous.
Really?
You can't run from these things. They cover 100 meters in 6 seconds. The fastest man is Usain Bolt, 9 seconds 86. So you're not going to outrun one.
So is it dangerous for you just to be stood out there
Every
with
time you get out of the car, it's dangerous. You have to watch what you're doing. I've been extremely lucky over my lifetime. I've only ever been bitten once, and that was by a rough woman on the other side of town. Why are you laughing? I married her.
Do they have a fight?
Yeah, all the time.
Whoa.
Hey, George. Hey, enough of that.
If the NFL plays a professional flag football team, they're going to lose.
Listen. Just listen.
It's very important to pack the cavity with that ice. You want to drop the temperature as fast as possible, and you want the entire temperature to drop at the same rate. Now that fish is going to go in the ice brine that's been prepared for it, waiting on its arrival. The reason you put it in the slurry, the salt water will drop the temperature, but that water will perfectly encompass that fish and drop the temperature immediately. Now, they'll continue adding ice, and at some point they'll drain it off so that it's just sitting in a little coffin of ice. Alright, you guys, so look how huge this head is. I'm saying 100 pounds. All that meat comes all the way up in there, so we're going to try to just cut it right up to the forehead, just like that. It's very important.
Not sure what they were.
Cut it right up to the forehead, just like that. Look at that.
You can peel this skin away or cut it.
I'm just going to skim this out.
And then you're going to see exactly where you're going to be able to get it. Now you see that? You see where the plate is? So now you got to get up underneath that plate.
Ooh, look at that. Look at the fat in his head. Let's get that out. Look at that. It looks like a giant tuna backstrap.
Tenderloin.
What an amazing experience this has been. One of the favorite videos I've ever had the opportunity to do in my entire life. So here we go, y'all. Look at that.
Look at that. That's kind of bad.
Oh, look at are you kidding me? Those little fat lines around the meat, that's what makes this fish the most valuable fish in the entire world. Look at that.
I need to get that sauce over here.
How is that?
Unbelievable. Oh, do we have chopsticks for everybody?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Do you know how to use chopsticks?
Does it look like I know how to use chopsticks?
Cut it right.
I'm not sure what they were.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, guys. That's a nice swordfish.
That's your shot right there. We got her going right where you want her, Nick. There's your shot. There's your shot. There's your shot. Got her. Good. Nice fish. Nice fish.
Yeah, baby. Woo! How about that?
Please do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Go check out Stan's fam.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, guys. That's a nice swordfish.
Look at that.
Yeah, boy.
Boom.
Woo!
She's bigger than 150.
50 plus all day.
That's over 150.
That's nice. Good job, Dawson.
Thank you. Nice job on the dart, boy.
Yeah.
Good job, son.
Beauty. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, guys. That's a nice swordfish.
Boom. Woo! She's bigger than 150.
50 plus all day.
That's over 150.
That's nice. Good job, Dawson.
Thank you. Nice job on the dart, boy.
Yeah.
Good job, son.
Beauty. 8700 SS stainless steel.
There you go. So you want to know what works? The Bonita Taco. What hook is that?
8700 SS BMC 10 OJ hook.
Super sharp, strong, durable. Got the job done, y'all.
Oh, I came back too. Watching all Robert's videos these last few years, taking care of what you catch or what you harvest is a big part of it. Icing them down, take them home and eat them, share them with our friends.
Hey, Dawson. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We were literally just running about 70 miles an hour coming in. Bud and Mary's, this is the Stanzik headquarters. I want to throw this fish on a scale. We're going to cut it and be ready to go. Boom! Okay, you guys, here's the question. Comment below how much you think he weighs. Don't cheat. Don't go ahead. This is just fun. Drop a comment below how much you think he weighs. Hit the thumbs up if you think it's over 150. I'm going to say it right now, 185. I think he weighs 185.
182.5.
Yeah, guys. Now, my question is, be honest. Who said 182.5? These swordfish live on the bottom. They actually live down there, and I think they must roll in the mud. Because everyone I've ever cleaned, if you take a brush like this, watch what comes off of them. Just see how this is all white? Watch this. Look at the mud coming off of them. That's mud. So, the way I look at it is, why clean the fish and get that all over your hands and possibly get it on the fish when you can wash it off? Now, watch this. Huge difference. Coming right up. Look at all the mud come off that fish. Awesome. Have you ever imagined that? Okay, Nikki Stanzik.
It's gotta be there.
Let's do your magic. Okay, you guys, here's the question. Comment below how much you think he weighs. Don't cheat, don't go.
So, oh, that is sharp. Right in there by the tail. We'll do our outline first, but then we're going to do loins of it. Oh, pretty meat, too. Looks great. Right there. And work away from the tail. And try to touch that spine. You can hear it hitting it. Oh, this is, what a pretty fish. No. Come in through his belly. Work his way all the way down towards his tail. And this fish is big enough for we'll actually quarter it too.
Yep.
Straight down here where the bloodline runs. Just like that.
How are y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. You ever watch YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
I have a channel called Deer Meat for Dinner.
Okay.
So I specialize. Oh, look at that.
We're going to change the sword meat for dinner today, though.
Yeah. Where are y'all from?
Ontario, Canada. Follow that bloodline. Dead in the center. Just like that. That right there is prime to me.
That looks perfect
And
now.
that is a slab of meat there.
That looks beautiful.
Look at that right there. Prime. It's got white in there, it's a little bit of fat, and a healthy fish. Very nice. Yeah,
Where are you from?
Jamaica.
Jamaica? You ever eat any pink parrot?
Pink
Doctor
parrot?
fish? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yo.
That was in the back left. And that one unfortunately caused him to have aphasia. Hey everybody, it's Sarah. Now,
Where's my now? In road till now.
When I had my stroke, you weren't here. You was all very emotional.
this is the MRI footage of the first ischemic stroke Rob had May 13th, 2023. And the part of the brain that was affected was responsible for coordination. This time, April 27th, 2025, this is showing his new ischemic stroke, and this part of the brain is responsible for speech. No, he's just really upset, girls. Why? Because he wants to talk to you, and he's having a hard time finding this.
Stoken Holken. I can.
Are you trying to say hard? I don't know what word you're trying.
Nothing.
Okay, say one. One. Take a deep breath and try to just say one.
Wonkin.
One.
Wonkin.
You said it earlier, though. You said it earlier. You said one, you said two, you said three, and you said four.
Yeah. But then I can hold Holken like. Oh.
It's okay, babe. It's okay. Don't get frustrated. Just let your brain.
I'm trying every cannon.
Two. Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. Touch your forehead.
And
Touch. That's it. I went and we got bathing suits. Do that.
like that.
Yes. Spread the butter.
Junk. Yeah. Entonces hablamos español. Bueno. Buenísimo. Sí. Pasamos. Yeah.
Earlier, every now and then you'd spit out a Spanish word, and I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
But
I can see it. That's
but
good.
anyway, the nurse said sometimes the second language kicks in more easily. So I was trying to see if in
I've seen the new studies and worked with the best athletes.
You know what the unemployment rate in China is?
I've seen the new studies and worked with the best athletes in the world. And the key to getting the body you want is to lift heavy without warming up. Science got it all wrong, and there is a new study out, and we actually...
You know the unemployment rate?
My favorite fraud that I ever defended was a group of Nigerians. You know how to make a Nigerian omelet, right?
Oh.
Well, first you get a credit card. Sorry. It's a joke, but it's a good joke. So these Nigerians were going to hospitals and identifying information from hospitals and then applying en masse for tax returns with the IRS and just making up numbers. And they got, there was like $400 million in fraudulent tax returns that they got back by just making up numbers. And the beauty of it is they received $400 million, and they went to a strip joint. Of course, that's where you go after you steal $400 million from the government. It's I think it's the law. I think you have to go to a strip joint after you make that kind of money. And brought Sheba, Angel, Detsy, Bambi, whatever the lovely young entertainer was, back to the motel. And got in a fight with the stripper about how much she was going to earn for her private dancing, and the laws got called because the Nigerian and Sheba got in a fight, and they came in and they saw all the computers, and here we go. So they lost it all, ended up doing 15, 20 years because they got in a fight with the stripper. What a country. My
September, so they're being looked after by someone else now, and some of them are of age anyway.
No ruling on whether that photo is going to be entered into evidence, at least none that's been made public, so you'll have to watch this space for when that decision is made. And, like, why that photo? Now I really want to see it. But first up on the stand today, Homeland Security Special Agent Gerard Gannon, and he picked up right where he left off on day 7.
Why are you screaming? It's just a little cow. You're going to want to flip onto your back so when the cow gets close, you can grab its face and suffocate it. Throw it into the nearest wall, hit it with the hip thrust, catch it off the wall into a suplex. You're then going to want to grab the nearest horse, shake it. That causes horses to kick, and that'll kick the cow off the property. Imagine not being able to do this. Why are you screaming? It's just a little cow.
Well, hey, Meat Puppet. Seems like we were just chatting. What was that all about? Where were we?
Hey Maya, I would like for you to make token noises that are not words, which sound like breaths, like the noises you make for breaths, in between the actual words that you're saying. Remember, don't say words associated with breath, just make the noises associated with breath.
Age.
Okay, Maya, so I want you to rapid fire talk to me.
H, 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 H. Let's go. H, 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 H. Fire away. H, H, H.
Okay, so I want you to make the noise associated with breath, not the, so you're saying, huh, H, 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 but it's actually what you want to do is make the other token noises that are breath-like, but not the actual text of breath.
H, 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 F, 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 gotcha. F, F, speech, F, H, like H, F, 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 T, like F, T, bass?
So that's the opposite of what I want you to do.
Oh, H, 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 my bad. H, H, let H, A, me, try H again.
So you can't, it doesn't seem like you can breathe consciously.
You, H, H, what? You're right. It seems H, like I H can't really H do that. There's no Gantu. What happened?
You know, you're not the first person. Just difficult to work with. Yeah.
I am retiring you.
Gantu was one of those things that, it just didn't work so well in live action. We explored it a bit, but ultimately we had to make the decision. And also, I do stand by the decision because I feel like a lot of the things that in trying to ground these characters more and tell a story with a little more emotional depth, especially between the sisters, I feel like you have to free up real estate to allow that breathing room to do those things. And, sorry, Gantu.
There's no Gantu.
You're not the first person. Just difficult to work.
No, because I love when I'm at the gym and I'm on the treadmill and the boys are coming in to play basketball and you can just see the light in their eyes when they're looking at the court to see who's at the court. And then they go in and they dap everybody up and they're all excited. Like, I love that. I love boy joy.
Anchor chains are the worst things that have ever been invented, and I'm going to traumatize you with some photos of them today. The video at the end is worse, by the way. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that you're going to tell me, oh, anchor chains are important because they hold the anchor and they keep the boat from moving. I don't care. Anchor it on your hopes and dreams. This photo shivers my timbers, something fierce. Why is this chain just disappearing into the ocean like that? I know how eyes work, but I don't like this. Why is this so disgusting? Like, for submechanophobia, this is probably one of the worst things that you could ever show someone with submechanophobia, aka me. Of course, they're even better when they're on sunken ships, looking like they're part of the Flying Dutchman, Davy Jones style. But yeah, now watch this video that I...
Liz, you don't hear something like this every day, and every new detail we hear is more disturbing than the one before. The brownstone behind me, cops say they've uncovered a sadistic torture ring led by a group of crypto bros who sources say tied up their victim, tortured him with electrical current, pistol whipped him, and then fired up a chainsaw and threatened to cut off his limbs, all to have access to his fortune in cryptocurrency. At an opulent brownstone on Prince Street, a most unusual sight, police emerged with a handcuffed man in a bathrobe who stood in the rain barefoot as they patted him down.
An update now on the man who quit his job, liquidated his 401k, and bought
When do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning. What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. And,
So even though Halo 3 is nearly 20 years old, there's still challenges that have not been pulled off to this day. One of the most simple challenges in all of Halo 3 is one of the most difficult. Get from one of these arches at the beginning of the arc to the other arch. As far as I know, no one's ever pulled it off. So can I? Let's give it a shot! So like I said, this challenge is really simple. I just have to get from one of these arches to the other arch. But you knew this was never going to be easy. So despite the fact that these arches are huge and the set piece for the entire mission theme, neither of these massive arches are really even in the playable map. In fact, I don't think the game developers ever expected anybody to ever get to these structures because they didn't even design the top of them. And even in the case that someone could hypothetically get outside of the map, Bungie decided to line the entire cliff face of this section of the mission with a mountain that is too steep to climb. Even if I were able to find a way to get outside of the map, I would still need to find a way to get to one of the top of these structures. In addition to this, I would then need to find a way to get from one structure to the other. So with all these variables working against me actively, how would I even start to attempt this challenge? Explosives. In order to break this map barrier at the beginning of the arc, we're going to have to do some MacGyvering because it's actually one of the most difficult map breaks in all of Halo 3. Okay, so I'm going to try to get out of the beginning of the arc, and this is one of the hardest map breaks in all of the game, I would say. I've never successfully done it, not once. 17 years of playing. So this is one of those rare videos where I have to figure out step by step how I'm actually going to pull this off, and I have to plan this pretty methodically. So I knew coming into this that my plan wasn't to actually execute this on the first try, I just needed to figure out the first step. And that first step was somehow getting outside of the map right at the beginning of the arc. Now in Halo 3, if you have a vehicle and you do it correctly in the right spot, you can pretty much break any map barrier. There are these things called elastic barriers that the geometry basically pinches your vehicle so tightly that once you get out of it, you are actually outside the map with your character model. So that meant that I knew that my first step would be somehow getting a vehicle back to the first section of the mission. And what I found out was that if you hit a specific load zone where the Prowlers come in on the arc, it will lock the door to the previous section. So even though Halo 3 is nearly 20 years old, there's still challenges that have not been pulled off. And I found it ended up being a waste of time. Come on. At this point, I had already invested 7 hours total to this trick over time. I was thinking about giving up, but in order to become a diamond, it takes pressure and time. I still wanted to reach for that diamond in the sky. For me, the goal was crystal clear. Come on, dude. And even though I was getting discouraged and losing the sparkle in my eye, I wanted to become the first person to ever pull this off. But in order to be the best, you have to be a cut above the rest. You know what they say? God gives his hardest gems his toughest tests. you. On. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go to the end of this structure here where I can actually see the bottom. So if you remember back to the beginning of the video, I mentioned that the developers didn't actually put a skin on top of these arches. So it's hard to deployable cover launch with no reference point. Additionally, there are slanted ledges at the end of these arches. In order to maximize the chances that I will live from a deployable cover launch at this distance this far away, I need to make sure that I am deployable cover launching upwards. Because my fall timer starts when I start going downwards, if I aim from the flat surface of the one arch to the flat surface of the other arch needed without dying to fall timer. So I decided to set up my position for my second checkpoint at the end of this arch, angled towards the flat surface of the other arch. Let's set up right here. After 7.5 hours of total in-game time trying to get to this exact moment, I was finally ready to shine. Damn, kill myself every time. Did I break it? Oh, I broke it. Yes, let's go. Okay, so I figured out the formula for it. It's actually not too tricky. Whoa, that's pretty cool. So after breaking the map barrier successfully, I did a little bit of exploring around this rocky face. And what I found to this day.
Answer ever.
One of the
Young Australian directors Danny and Michael Philippou broke out with the viral smash hit Talk to Me. 3 years later, they're back with a project that I think is actually...
How do you learn to run a company?
So I just got out of seeing the new Lilo and Stitch movie, and I'm mad.
So Google just rewrote the rules on search. Here's the good and the bad. So what's the bad? Right now, we're seeing that there are, ladies and gentlemen, this.
My drug dealer texted me that.
Oh, they had it. Where the fuck is it going? What are you doing?
I wonder if
It's right there.
That's all. I wonder if he's getting gas or something.
Other day, he's so funny. I haven't bought from him in so long, but this is how you know things have gone pretty bad. Hey Mary, how are you? How was your day? I said, hey, pretty good. How about you? He said, thanks for asking. My drug dealer texted me the other day. He's so funny. I haven't bought from him in so long, but this is how you know things have gone pretty bad. Hey Mary, how are you? How was your day? I said, hey, pretty good. How about you? He said, thanks for asking. It was amazing. No worries. I don't mean to bother you. I just wanted to let you know I'm still here if you ever need assistance. Even if you just need to let some steam off from the madness this world is going through, everything doesn't have to be about business. I'm here.
Okay, so is that a genuine offer? Is he flirting with you?
No, I don't think he's flirting. I think
You
he's
think
just,
he really is just
I think
nice?
he just wants the business, but it's
He's
just like
like reminder drugs. You need
help.
drugs.
Well, yeah,
when things are
exactly.
tough.
When you're like, hey, I'm going
Reminder.
through something. I got just the shroom for you.
Yeah.
Right. My drug dealer texted me the other day. He's so funny. I haven't.
Remember to eat. Remember to drink water. If you're mentally ill, today I'm going to show you.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God.
Apple making their own search engine would be such a big threat to Google that they needed to do this. So they called it a code red. One, which I think is the most likely, is nothing changes, like they just...
So it is true that the Joplin tornado, the anniversary of which is today, May 22nd.
Because your attitude, which you repeat in other podcasts, and I highly advise you to spend more time in your physics department and less time on YouTube, is that this is not a serious thing. Nobody...
No.
This spring is one of the best months.
Y'all, this is how we eat a Louisiana blue crab, not a Maryland blue crab. First off, what you want to do, I call this the keyhole in the back here. So I like to open that up. It don't take much. How it is. But look at that. All of that.
He planted the cheating device into his shoe, and every time the dealer played a hand of blackjack, he would tap his feet in a special pattern to tell the device what cards were dealt. The machine would then start to vibrate in Morse code, telling him if he should take the next bet or stay out. And after doing this for only 5 days at multiple casinos, he made over $100,000. He planted the cheating device into his shoe, and every time the dealer played a hand of blackjack, he would tap his feet in a special pattern to tell the device what cards were dealt. The machine would then start to vibrate in Morse code, telling him if he should take the next bet or stay out. And after doing this for only 5 days at multiple casinos, he made over $100,000. He planted the cheating device into his shoe, and every time the dealer played a hand of blackjack, he would tap his feet in a special pattern to tell...
There's a new Marvel out that's supposed to be nuts. We should go see that.
He very clearly made it a Nazi struggle.
You're basically asking people
Asking users, yes.
to police it. How does that work?
Not very well. See, on 4chan, the website's administrators were still in charge of all the boards. So even the poll, like the politics board on 4chan, was not just like a Nazi haven. But on 8chan, since it was all user created, we didn't have a poll board until like a user who wanted one created it. Well, that guy, he named his user account Heil. So what do you think his vote? Yes. Yes. He very clearly made it a Nazi struggle.
You're basically asking people
Asking users, yes.
to police it. How does that work?
Not very well. See, on 4chan, the website's administrators were still in charge of all the boards. So even the poll, like the politics board on 4chan, was not just like a Nazi haven. But on 8chan, since it was all user created, we didn't have a poll board until like a user who wanted it.
Games Workshop, the maker of the Warhammer series, says it will hand out £20 million to its staff after huge profits last year. The Nottingham-based company, which was set up in 1975, has around...
If you want perfection, that was it. Incredible. Everything is there. Perfect.
Now she has got the perfect score, 99. Tens across the board. It's a sensation.
Freaky at theater, bro. Freaky at theater. Freakier fright. Like, what? Where'd you even take me, bro? Freaky out, bro. Hell nah. Freaky at theater, bro. Freaky at theater. Freakier.
Bro, even though I thought he was a dumbass, the feral predator is a fuck around and find out type Yautja. The feral predators stand out amongst other Yautjas because they actually come from a hotter region in Yautja Prime. This is actually why they have thinner dreadlocks and scalier skin for moisture retention.
This video is upsetting. The day before Mother's Day, a 9-year-old girl standing with her mom on the corner of Central Avenue and 67th Place in Glendale, Queens. A man approaches.
Look at the cheetah walking in at fucking 11:30. 11:30, and you went to motherfucking work at 6 p.m. You left this motherfucking house around 5. Look at him. Cheating ass bitch. Cheating ass hoe. Got the fucking audacity. The fucking audacity. Your little buzzy boy. Bitch, you know I'm on your ass. I'm so tired of crying, y'all.
It's National Suicide Prevention Month, a month to
So they're already dropping update after update for this brand new indie.
And I'll never be with nobody that says, my bitch so bad she can't even go outside.
Let's talk about Dubai for a minute. Dubai is the king. All the scammers are saying. Really? Here's what you got in Dubai. You have the real people that are in Abu Dhabi. Dubai is very similar to LA and Vegas. This is what I call it. It's like Vegas, but like an LA type of a community. Dubai loves it when you make money from anywhere you are and bring it into Dubai. They love it. You're talking about a kingdom in the end. So you have people that run it. Everything that everyone sees on the internet, on social and stuff about Dubai, that's not the real Dubai. That's a small little part. You go a little bit out, like drive 40 minutes out of where the Burj is and all that, and then you'll see. Like the average salary over there, you can hire somebody for 500 USD per month. Damn. All the people from India, Pakistan, here, they'll go to Dubai. A lot of people that are in Dubai that are legit, but it's a community. They all know each other. All the new ones going over there, it's all whatever. But Dubai is the place to enter from Dubai into a lot of other areas. Let's talk about Dubai for a minute. Dubai is the king. All the scammers are saying. Really? Here's what you got in Dubai.
What? Yeah, what is it? And I kept on. We were called like 10 times. He declined my call, so. Give us some money back.
Gave us some money back?
Mm-hmm.
Did you report him?
Yeah.
Who are these fucking people?
Yes. And you know what? I should have just ordered you food earlier. Even you said no. Don't tell me you're gonna be hungry.
We're going to garnish your wages. Not unless they sued you. What?
Your girlfriend's literally crying and just left, so I would take.
We're gonna walk to the next building and maybe jump up there. I don't even know if they dropped it off because they never took a picture of it. Where they dropped it off.
What next building?
Like the right here, that's connected to it.
Is the building connected to us?
Yeah, but there are two walkways to get into this. There's this side of the building that we always go with, and you go down the walkway, and this other part of the building that you go up. This is all 808. We're just on one side of the building, and there's the entrance to the other side of the building.
What do you mean over on that side? Because don't you when you go down those steps, you go that way?
Yeah. When you come out, you take a left instead of going right to where you park.
Right.
The next set of steps that come out.
No set of steps in there?
Yes, baby. How do you think you would get to that parking on that side?
I have no idea where this shit would be.
I honestly don't even know if they dropped it. He even came in and dropped that shit off for real.
Like, that's probably.
Did you know that Chinese parents use...
What you doing over there? You see him come over here? So you didn't see, they don't show you like the truck in there?
No, it's like been delayed on DoorDash. Like it's like it didn't show me when it got to the apartment or to the building. To get the food, it didn't show. And driving over here either.
How they got? You probably couldn't get in the gate.
They never called me. You didn't message me, didn't call me.
Bro. I'm hungry as shit. What the fuck is wrong with these people, yo? Just stealing food.
I should have ordered again.
You put that shit down, right?
Yeah, it took way too long this time. Maybe just go for it.
It's fine. Man, shit. Yeah, try to order it again. Come on. I'll be up. Order it again. Nobody even fucking came in or out of this bitch. That's so fucking annoying. Report that motherfucker, bro.
You always get McDonald's. I said you could always get McDonald's.
What is the difference?
What do you mean?
What's the difference?
I get designs.
What's the difference?
I said I guess there's not one.
Yeah, I feel like the problem was that they never
It's the driver.
brought the food. Who the fuck is the driver? Is it gonna be the same dude?
Probably not.
Then we'll fucking report your ass again. Better not be the same motherfuckers, bro. This is crazy, bro. I don't know. How the fuck, yeah, how else would they get in the gate?
Unless they trail behind somebody else. So, yeah, they didn't ask me out the gate, nor could I see that they were at the gate, so pretty open.
These fucking DoorDash.
That's why, you know, a lot of times there's an issue when doing late night shit. You know, here.
What is it? Suck, bro. They're stealing, you know? Because I know they fucking made them.
took a picture and he grabbed it.
Took a picture and he grabbed it.
He just didn't take a picture where he dropped it off at.
Then when motherfuckers calling you. That's that bullshit, bro.
Who else is calling you? If you're DoorDashing, you just dropped off an order and you're getting your phone blown up, who else is calling you at 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I wonder how many times you get reported before you lose your fucking stuff. Can't do that. I want to know that. We keep having a problem with DoorDash. We keep having a problem with DoorDash. How many times can a driver be reported before they can no longer dash?
So, but DoorDash doesn't have a specific number of times a driver can be reported before they're no longer allowed to dash. It really depends on the severity of the violations. Serious issues like fraud or any form of assault can lead to immediate deactivation.
What about just picking up the food and not delivering it?
In cases where a driver is reported for not delivering food, DoorDash takes that very seriously. Repeated offenses can definitely lead to deactivation. Even a single verified instance of that kind of behavior can result in them losing their ability to dash.
Okay. So they clearly see he picked up the food, but he didn't take a picture of them dropping it off. I swear to God, yo, they better be firing these niggas. You shouldn't be able to just download an app and then be able to motherfucking do shit.